Can you hear me?
Yep, we are back live.
Good. Time for the championship matches. Quickly give you team scores here before we get into the championship matches. We're going to put the camera on. I'm kind of making an executive decision. We're going to stay on the championship match through most of the round here. But before we get into that, we'll give you team scores real quick before we get into those matches. The black mat is going to be the championship match. Prairie du Chien right now leads the tournament with 218 in points, followed by GET Melmin at 197. And then a distant third is Mauston-Nicetas at 161.5. Our first championship match of the night will be a GET Melmin matchup, and that will be Colton Kloss from GET Melmin as he takes on Hunter Reed from Prairie du Chien. In our third place match, we have Zaragoza from Arcadia taking on Miller from Mauston-Nicetas. And then down in our fifth place match, we have Shield from River Valley taking on Rivera from Watoma Wild Rose. So mat 3 is our fifth place matches, and mat number 1 is third place. Right away in our championship match, early takedown by Koss from GET Men with a nice early takedown. We will keep the Shield family from River Valley up to date, though. We promised them we would try to get their son on a tape here, and so far it hasn't totally worked out except for the first match. And I know that's one of the matches you don't want to remember for the day, but if we get a shot here, we'll get it down to him if something happens here in our championship match. But right now we're going to focus on the championship match. I think we have an end in both of those matches. Koss wins in a minute 07. He gets the pin. There was also a pin down there in Shield's match.
Rivera.
Maybe Shield got the pin down there.
Rivera, I believe.
Oh, Rivera got anything?
Yep.
That's what I thought, too. The winner down there is by a pin, too, is Miller from Mauston. So there will be no wrestle black there. Reed will stay. He's 1, he's 2, and Miller is 3 right now. So now we're moving on to 113. This will be our matchup of Haiti. Ethan Haiti from Richland Center with a 33-13 record as he takes on Coda Perney from GET with a 39-7 record. The senior against the sophomore. Down on mat number 1, that's in our third place match, we have Ursuline from Wisconsin Dells taking on Kossman from Prairie du Chien. And then in our fifth place match, it's Vanderhoff from Mauston-Nicetas. He takes on Brown from Black River Falls.
Well, a quick mention to some sponsors: Advanced Pump and Well Solutions, the Bank of Cashton, River Falls Wrestling Club, and the Basketball Wazeeka Steuben Wrestling Club, Brickwood Wrestling Club, and Green Repair, Campbell's Mobile and Solar Meats, Cashton Farm Supply, and the Cashton Wrestling Club.
So far, in Haiti and Perney's match here, kind of feeling each other out, looking for that first good initial shot.
Well, right now, Vanderhoof is leading the fifth place match by a score of 2-0.
Also got an update on some team scores down at Merrill Point. They started off the day with 4 bats, so they got a good jump on us. They're up already at about 157 in their final series. And right now it's a pretty tight team score down there, too, with Fenimore leading 249.5 to 240 against Iowa Grand Highland. So if you're watching live on the channels there, hopefully you can switch back before the forth between the two tournaments and see some great action going on. Oh, nice single leg low shot by Haiti. He's just got to elevate it and come up here and finish it. Perney, 9 seconds to go, is doing a good job of clasping on. It's really a case here of if I was Haiti, I'd just drive it hard, and he did. Got it.
Right as time expired.
1 second on it when they flipped over there. 2-0. Haiti's choice. Haiti chooses down.
Vanderhoof leading 5-0 going into the second period. 5th place match.
2-0 down there in the 3rd place match with the young man from, I believe that would be the young man from Prairie du Chien, Kosman, out in front. Out of bounds they went. Haiti trying for the escape. Now it comes again real hard. Oh, gets in that Granby position. Perney kind of fought that a little too long there. Still got the head of Haiti. Haiti wants to elevate here, otherwise he stays there too long. Although Perney does have his... It was ironic, you could call that a headlock, but it was really, he was locking his arm to his ankle there. There he just finally decides that probably the best thing to just let Haiti go, because he was close to giving up more than just a reversal the last couple times. 3-0, 1:20 to go here in the second period. I mean, Ethan came in here, we talked a little bit about the seating meeting. He wasn't in that, so they didn't bother him at all, but his coach was trying for put him in a spot here, but there's basically 3 or 4 real quality 113 pounders here. And see it right now, Ethan's he's having a good tournament. Real deep in on the single leg, the boundary line fighting him here. Got to be careful here, because I've seen this happen many times. You fight to keep them in too hard, and you look for spladles or something like that. There, nice job by him. Kept everything in control, and he made the takedown on the edge there. Got to be careful you don't drag him in too much, and then you heard that move I heard you talk about earlier today, that crazy spladle.
Vanderhoof's going to get a pin. 23 seconds to go in the second period. So Vanderhoof, where did he come from?
He
lost to Kosman.
Did he?
So if Kosman wins that match,
then he'll get a wrestle back. And we got to look back at 6 too if you get a chance and see if what we got for wrestlebacks there. Maybe I don't think there was for second and third, but there might be.
Miller won. So Rivera lost to Zaragoza, who lost to Koss. So Zaragoza got third. Rivera lost to Zaragoza, so there will be no wrestleback.
Even for 5th place? Or 4th, I should say.
Oh, for 4th. So Shield.
Oh, nice takedown there. And now Haiti could, Perney rolled out of that. But a nice 7-0 lead here right now. Down there in the other end, that's kind of changed around down there too. As we're watching Haiti work here in the championship match. He's got a nice 7-0 lead. But that's really got tight down at the other end down there. It's 4-3 right now in favor of, now it's in favor of Earlson from Wisconsin Dells. He's out in front, 4-3. 40 seconds left down there, 1:10 left down here in the championship match. Rivera beat. There we go. That answered that question. Yep. Yep, so you were right. Rivera won that. Austin won that. So there's our four place winners there at 106. Carlson making good work there now as he's going to secure his position. He's going to move on. Too near fall. He gets an 8-3 win down there.
No, that's only second period.
Oh, that's only, thanks. I thought that was close to the end, too. They must have had some blood time or something. Hades match here winding down then with an 8-0 score. And he's going to move on, your champion, going on to the Wisconsin Dells sectional with an 8-0 score for Ethan Hady from Richland Center. Congratulations to him. He only gets seeded one more time now, and that'll be at the state tournament.
They're not going to start this one till that one's done, right?
He said they weren't going to hold up.
I suppose with all the wrestlebacks that could happen, they don't want to drag this out, but sure makes our life a lot easier.
Yeah, he was announcing it, but I'm pretty sure the head officials here knows that due to the fact that there can be wrestlebacks, that no, you cannot wait or start them beforehand. No choice is right.
No choice. Sorry, we're not going to keep going. So let's turn our attention.
Yeah, well, that's right. We should turn the camera down there. Thanks. And that's got blood time on it.
Well, this would be a good chance to say thank you to Central Express and Pasture Pride in Cashton, Citizens First Bank, Coon Valley Telecommunications, the Darlington Blackhawk Warbirds, DeSoto Wrestling Club, DeWitt Construction, Genuine Telecom, the Melman GT Titans Wrestling Club, Grantland Graphics, Harchie Lumber, and the Iowa Grant Highland School District for helping things out today.
So we have 129 left down there in that match. It is a 10-4 lead right now for Ursuline from Nick Ursuline from Wisconsin Dells. But
Kosman is in some trouble. He's on his back right now.
He's in big trouble right now. There's the fall.
Kosman lost to Perney, so there's no wrestle back for third.
There will be for second, though, because...
Vanderhoof.
Yeah, Perney has to wrestle now. He has to wrestle Ursuline. So there will be a wrestle back at 113. So keep that one on the side. We'll have a wrestle back there.
So we'll move back to the championship match.
Yep. And there we have Drake Gazda from Boston as he takes on, in the championship match, Logan Breska, the freshman from Arcadia. That's good to see that Arcadia getting the wrestler in the finals. But Drake Gazda maybe make short work of him here as he caught him in a nice lateral drop right to his back, and now he's tightening that in. And it could come to a fall here real quick.
Well, second place is Lizima. And that's going to be the fall.
Gazda from Boston getting in the fall there. As you mentioned before, we have Isaiah Lizima from Wild Rose Watoma. He takes on Jensen from Nakusa Assumption.
And down.
That's in our third place match on mat number one. That's 2-0 score down there right now. You turned it down on mat one. That's good. And then
third place.
We have Bancy from GET wrestling down on mat number 3 as he takes on Plaza from Berlin. So here, Briska already wrestled Jensen from, so we're, Nakusa wins down there. We won't have a wrestle back, but if Liesma wins, he'll get a wrestle back. And on the backside here, well, this we'll wait to see who wins. Right now it's 2-1, so it's too early to call. Plus we don't have a fourth place finisher anyway, so maybe reach some more of them sponsors there, bud.
Well, we'd like to thank the Ithaca Weston Wrestling Club, J&R Military Surplus, Kickapoo Lafarge Predators, and the Viola Quick Stop, Coon Creek Feeds, the Lacrosse Loggers, and the Lancaster Flying Arrows.
So, still down there as we start the second period. It is 2-0 score in favor of Carter Jensen from Nakusa Assumption. Port Edwards, you can toss that in there too.
Quite the dogfight.
Yeah, it is. They're going back and forth, back and forth. Neither one's, there's finally the loss of control. There's a fall down at the other end when we weren't watching. And that would be in favor of I believe that was the young man from Bancy from GT that got that.
Yes.
Yep, it was.
And Bancy lost to Jensen.
So, yep. So if Jensen
wins, there will be a wrestleback.
Yep, there will be a wrestleback for fourth and fifth. Yep. You know, the right now Jensen's winning. Yep.
Got some blood time. So for the tape delayed viewers, we'll take a quick break and come back right after these words from our sponsors. Well, welcome back. We got some technical difficulties for the live people, so Kirk's going to take this and I'm going to do some troubleshooting.
All righty, we're going to still you with the action here in this third place match with Isa Liesma from Watoma Wild Rose as he takes on Carter Jensen from Nakusa Assumption Port Edwards. As we try to figure out why we lost our feed, and we'll see where we can go from there. Still a 7-0 score with 21 seconds to go here in the second period. Still in charge out there is Jensen from Carter Jensen with that 7-0 lead as we're going to end the second period. Do some jump cording there or what? Or maybe see if it needs a power supply, huh? Third period starting here now. 9-0 score in favor of Jensen as they go from the neutral position. Announcer made the announcement that they were going to just keep running straight through. But the reality of the chance for a wrestle back in at least two different positions here, either for the second to third or from the fourth to fifth, those have here, just unplug this now. I got enough power in my computer that hopefully we'll get through the rest of the day. 14-0 now. We apologize here a little bit. We're trying to do some technical troubleshooting, plus keep at least the tape delayed feature going. Luckily, we only have the one bout going on right now. Although that could be over here shortly, as Jensen is up now 14-0 with less than a minute to go in this bout. Then we'll be moving on to 126. We'll have there's the fall down there. And that would be Jensen from Nakusa getting the fall down there with the pin time. He's already wrestled Breska from Arcadia, so that'll stay the same way it is. Breska will be 2 and Jensen will be 3, but now I think we will have a wrestle back, and that will be Watoma against GET there at 120. So now moving on to 126 in our championship match. We have in the championship match, we have Sawyer Ostrom from Nakusa Assumption as he takes on Caleb Weissman from Adams Friendship. And then in our third place match, we have Badillo from Arcadia. That would be, there's a fall down there on mat number 1. And that would be Hurd from Prairie du Chien as he gets the fall for Prairie du Chien down there, so that's pinpoints besides, as he will end up in 5th place for right now. He'll wait to see if he can get a wrestle back there. And as long as he, looking back where Hurd came out of, he hasn't really lost to either one of those gentlemen that are in the 3rd place match, so he's probably got a shot either way there. So he lost his 2nd round match to Weissman and then came back through the backside there, so he's probably in pretty good shape. He hasn't wrestled Badillo or Platt. Our championship match, it's a 2-1 score right now. And now we might have an injury here. They were going for takedowns, and it's hard to tell if it was Ostrom that hurt an elbow or a knee there. I don't know if they're gonna. The score was 2-1 in favor of Ostrom. I don't know if I think he stopped the match before he awarded any near fall, or excuse me, takedown. So we look down at our 3rd place match down there, and Badillo is trailing in that 2-0 to Plott from Wisconsin Dells. That's Marty Plott. All right, he's getting excited here. He's holding his finger out. Maybe he thinks it's working. Hope so. Still going through some injury time here. I haven't totally figured out where the injury is to. I believe it, the more I look at it, I think it's his elbow. Now they're going to stop the injury time. They're going to restart going to takedowns. It's 2 gentlemen from Adams Friendship and from Nakusa here from the same conference. Took a little bit of the zip out of Ostrom a little bit. We'll see how well he responds back. He comes in with a 31-6 record. He was the number 1 seed, and he's taking on Caleb Weissman, who comes in the junior with a 19-6 record, and he's the 3rd seed. And now he gets a takedown and takes a 3-2 lead, and is still trying to hang on with that Oki ride. Is basically, though, he's in the opposite side with the Oki ride with 20 seconds to go. We look down at our 3rd place match. It's a 4-0 score down there in favor of Marty Platt, who was the 3rd seed. Platt lost to Weissman in the semifinal action. Ostrom beat Badillo in semifinal action. You feeling better about yourself over there, Carl?
Well, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on over here. I think we're back on. We're down to 5 viewers, but one of them's Eric Anderson. Thank you for letting me know we were offline, and then back online, and then offline again. And now I think we're back. I think we're good to go. Just don't breathe on anything, Kirk.
Okay. Well, still that 3-2 score as we start out here in the second period in our championship match. Down at the far end there, it's a 6-2 score in favor of, I'm going to make sure I got it right, yeah, in favor of Platt. And now he just gives up escape, so it's 6-3. It's down here, Ostrom's trying to get an escape, but what do we used to call it, whatever you want to call it, that double Gottschalk or whatever. And there's this real nice lateral job there on the other end by Marty Platt from Wisconsin Dells. And he comes up with a pin in 3:39 it would be there in the second period, and he will, for right now, be your third place finisher. And he's going to be waiting in the wings here to see if Mr. Caleb Weissman from Adams Friendship can continue with his victory. Although he's trailing right now is why we were gone. Ostrom, as you were watching, secured that reversal. And so right now it's in favor of no wrestle back there, but there's still another whole period left here, so we're going to not even come close to talking a whole lot about that. But I think we can look back on the backside, and I don't think Mr. Mason Hurd has ever wrestled Badillo from Arcadia. Oop. Little tilt there by Ostrom as he was able to get Weissman over and now leads 7-3 as we wind down the second period here. So the way I look at it, I believe Arcadia is going to come back in the backside here and going to have to wrestle, or get to Mason Hurd's going to get a chance to wrestle him for fourth place. And so far, we're just going to continue with this championship the way it is, 7-3 in favor of Sawyer Ostrom, the number one seed. After getting that elbow nursed up a little bit, he seems like he's all of a sudden here in the second period got a second win, Carl, and he's looking to add to that score as he's looking right now for a bar or an Oklahoma or anything there. But he's doing a nice job just kind of forcing Caleb Weissman's face into the mat. But now Caleb gets a little activity going and gets a partial stand up there and gets some movement going. Now he's looking for a Granby position if he can get this here. But he's really, now he could motivate it, and he does, yes. And now he's got the two reversal and is scoring near fall in that Granby position, and should take, if everything pans out here the way it is, should at least take an 8-7 lead. But now the thing is, can you hold him there? And I think right now Weissman is very content to just settle in and ride the whole end of the period out here.
He's going to lose that grip on the arm. And now he's got a hip over. He's in trouble.
I think he's going to...
They're going to give him loss of control.
Yep, I think that was a great call. It's going to be 8-8. Nice job there, but as you mentioned, Weissman just held on that for a little bit too long. He should have just maybe let it go and given up the reversal at that point, and it would have been better position for him. But now they're going for the takedown, and he's got a real nice front headlock. Chin there, coming close to getting around. Now Ostrom got his arm around. Now he's got the single leg, and now he's in the position of advantage coming around there. And it's just really the case, and he popped his head out. 10 seconds left. 10-8's that score. Right now, Ostrom, he just needs to stay on top and keep grinding it out. And I believe Weissman's kind of decided that's where it's going to end. 10-8 is the final. That'll put Sawyer Ostrom in first. And since Dells and Adam have already wrestled, that will put Adam in 2 and Dells in 3. So that's just the way they finished there at 126. So now we'll move on to 132.
So Peterson lost to Badillo. And Badillo got 4th.
Championship at 132. We have Drake Ingham from Prairie du Chien as he takes on Jacob Bertling from Nakusa Port Edwards. And then in your 3rd place match, we have Alex Sir from Austin Nakusa as he's taking on Stetzer from GET Melmin. And then in our 5th place match, we have Nichols from Wisconsin Dells as he takes on Solberg from Viroqua. So we are going to break a little bit from my tradition here, and we are going to show the Viroqua match down there. Going to go down there on that 5th place match and highlight him. Guess it doesn't make a huge amount of difference. Got sponsors from both places, but we got plenty of Prairie du Chien wrestlers here to cover in this last round. So we're going to give you a highlight here and go with Mr. Solberg down there in his 5th place match.
So Solberg needs Sewer to win in order to get a wrestle back.
Yes, he does. You're right, he lost to him in the quarterfinals.
And right now, Nichols is hurt.
Yeah,
so we're gonna pan back over to the championship match while they sort some things out there.
Yep. Although Solberg does have an early 2-0 lead, right?
Yes.
Good. In our championship match, it's the 2-0 lead for Drake Ingham over Jacob Bertling from Nakusa Assumption Port Edwards. I don't know how Assumption got put in there first. I thought it always used to be Nakusa Port Edwards, but whatever. My problem. Down in the 3rd place match right now. He's going to injury default.
Nichols is going to injury default out to give Solberg 5th.
Well, that's good. Well, it's a good thing he did pan back, but good for Evan Solberg as he's still got, he just needs to sit back here and hope for the right match to hit Kerr down here at Well,
let's go down to that 2nd place or the 3rd place match.
That's fine.
Just because there's implications.
Yep, there's implications, and that's down there anyway. We have a GT wrestler there, so we aren't totally out of our realm of coverage. And he has a 5-2 lead right now, and that would be Stetzer from GET Melmin. First name there we'll get for you is Jace. And he's taking on Alex Sir. Although that's not going the way we want it, though, is it? Yeah. We have to have Sir come back and win there, don't we?
Well, he's down by 3. We're about halfway through, minute and a half into the 2nd period, or a minute or 30 seconds. I'll get it right.
There you go. Yeah, we got to have Sir win there because Sir was the wrestler who defeated Evan Solberg in the quarterfinals there. So Sir would go to 3rd. That would give Evan Solberg a chance to wrestle Stetzer for the 4th place finish.
Well, we have injury time, so we might as well give people some motion sickness.
Yep, there you go.
And
they really got sick when I was moving. You're a lot slower moving than I was. I just kind of zing, zing, zing. Drake Ingham, though, in your championship match, he's got a commanding 7-0 lead here. They've had some injury time there, too. It's 7-0. We're going to go back to that first match down there since it's 7-0 here in the championship. I really want to see if Solberg can get a chance for a wrestle back. Again, he needs for This is one time you cheer, especially for we're sitting here in a bunch of Boston people. We can cheer for Boston and be right at home with them guys. Yeah. But right now it's a 5-2 score there in favor of Jay Stetzer from GT Melmin. And as we continue to watch the championship match, that's kind of getting more out of hand yet as Drake Ingham's doing a fine job there with now a 10-0 lead. And now he's got a armbar, and there it is. Yep, I knew that looked really tight when he went over that time. 34 seconds, so that would be 3:26, the fall time there, as Drake Ingham from Prairie du Chien adds to their total with not only a championship, but with pinpoints. And he will be your number 1 seed and your champion on the day.
So Bertling beats Stetzer.
Yep.
So if Stetzer wins, no wrestle back.
Yep. But we're still cheering for Mr. Sir because we want Stetzer to. We'll take the wrestle back for second and third there because that'll give us our 4th, 5th place wrestle back.
Yep.
So not too often that, people in our line of business cheer for wrestlebacks, but this is one where works out to have 2 out of this weight class. And it's a tight score down there now, a 5-3 score as they finish the second period up. Is Alex Sir was able to get an escape there, and now only trails by 2 points going into the third period. And it's going to be. It's going to be Jay Stetzer's choice, though. He's going to choose down. So now that puts even a little more pressure on the Boston wrestler. Do you ride him? Do you turn him? Or what do you do?
They got a leg and a power half right now.
Yeah, that looks promising. Like that choice, Carl. Good tournament today here. Good turnout for Richland Center High School and for all the teams involved. We appreciate the hospitality. Again, as normal, the staff doing a heck of a job running the tournament. Great table workers, good head table workers. Even had some familiar faces down there in crowd control with Stevie Williamson down there doing some crowd control. Not sure if Buck's crowd control there, Buck Fish, or he's just holding down that corner of the gym.
So here's the question. How long do you let them wrestle before the coach from Austin says you got to cut him? You can't turn him, you got to cut him, you got to try something new.
It's usually about this time from almost any coach. You get in that minute face. The only thing is where does he feel he's good? If he starts cutting him, he's got to get 2 of them.
You got to be aggressive.
He's not doing too bad with this cross-face turret, but actually right now he is because he's got his arm on the wrong side of the kid's head. It's getting to the point, too, where now he's trying for almost a 3/4 Nelson. It's getting to the point where a stalling call may come in, but I don't think that's going to be a benefit unless he gets 2 of them. Then he could cut him and go for the takedown. Now close. He's got to really suck this back, but he's got to be careful in sucking it back. Doesn't get himself in trouble. 15 seconds to go. He's just got to go for grid here with that power half or something. Where he's got his arm caught again is in trouble. Again, he's on the wrong side of the head to get any pressure. And that's how it's going to end. It's going to end with no wrestlebacks, isn't it?
No wrestlebacks.
Good for GET. They pick up some points.
So that will end Evan Solberg's season at the Super Regional.
So that would mean Bertling ends up in second. Stetzer goes third, and Sir ends in fourth in that weight class. And there will be no wrestlebacks at 132. So now we move to 138 in your championship match. We will have Mason Baumgartner from Prairie du Chien. He will take on Bodie Wallner.
So Radke's going to take the medical. He's going to forfeit to Tritz.
Yeah, they must have did that. Yep. Yeah. That's what I would do if I was him too. He's just going to hope for. Yeah, they already have that in the program here. Yeah. He's going to take the medical forfeit there, and he's just hoping to stay at fourth place, and that'll depend on down here in the fifth place match which right now that is Pitts from Espen Pitts from Boston. We got close to a fall down here, and there it is. Want to come back to that, and that would have been Baumgartner. Mason Baumgartner gets the fall there from Prairie du Chien, so he helps their cause out with a pin there.
And
so
Wallner will take second because he beat Tritz in the semis.
Okay, yep, so that finishes that weight class. Wallner will be second. Tritz will be third, so now it still comes down for Radke waiting to see. And let's see, let's go back and find Mr. Radke. He was your number 1 seed. He
lost to Baumgartner.
And he hasn't wrestled either one of those gentlemen. So he's going to have to probably decide if he's going to come back for that 4th, 5th place wrestle back. Yeah, they already have him listed over here too. So they basically knew by him forfeiting there that he's going to have to wrestle whoever wins this match. Which I still...
If you've only got one left.
Well, it's like you say, this to him is a survival tournament, and so he could have did the same thing, though, in wrestling Tritz, but this is probably a tactical move to... At this point, how good are any one of these last 3 or 4 gentlemen here? Chances are they're all fairly evenly matched. But Noah came in here with a fine record, and he was the number 1 seed. And right now, if he wrestles either one of these, Pitts came in with a, let me see if I can find him again. He was 21-17 coming in as a sophomore, and Lane Fry came in with an 18-12 record as a sophomore. So it's at this point, you applaud the young man for just giving it a shot here, and see what happens. He still has the choice. Maybe he'll decide that, the knee isn't really what he wants it to be anyway. 4-2 here, though, in this match at for 5th place at 138. So far, we don't have a lot of wrestlebacks going on, but we do have a few. We're excited for these young athletes to have a chance to stay in the tournament and continue their effort to wrestle in Wisconsin Dells next week. As we'll also bring in the Dodgeville Super Regional up there next week, along with all the female action for their state qualifying tournament up there at Wisconsin Dells. Division II portion of that at Wisconsin Dells is, Carl mentioned earlier, there's a sectional, 8 sectionals for female athletes in Division I, 4 in Division II, and 4 in Division III, each qualifying 1 wrestler. That when that 1 wrestler gets down to the state tournament, they'll reseed down there similar to what they do for the men, and they can be they'll all be thrown together, and it'll come out to 1 champion.
And we're a few years away from having divisions with the girls.
Really, I haven't a state tournament you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's true. If it gets to that point, I really feel that if it gets to that point where we have divisions for girls down at the state tournament, I truly think they'll have their own sectionals and stuff like that.
And they'll probably have to start at a regional. Well, maybe not, because it'll kind of reset some numbers.
Yeah, it will. Yep. Could even go to the point where they decide to go back to having their own tournament again.
No, that could be too.
Oh, nice throw there by that would be Fry from GET men, and with but he's going to maybe run out of time, and he is. But he is going to get 3 near fall, and he's going to take the lead, 7-5. He's talking to his coach. He says, "Coach, I want to go down 3rd period. I'm up, and I think I got a shot at this now."
Well, we'd like to thank the Laval Telephone Co-op, Lynn's Home Center of Cashton, Nicolati Construction, Nordic Lanes of Westby, North Crawford Seneca Wrestling Club, along with the Marketplace in Gays Mills, O'Reilly Auto Parts, and Organic Valley. for their sponsorship of today's wrestling action.
Wow, I just flipped it back to the mineral point section here, looking at team scores. And not too surprising, but Fenimore has really showed that they still are continuing to be the team to beat in D3, as they look like now, as that tournament's winding down to Wrestleback round, they have a commanding almost 30-point lead over Iowa Grant. 284.5 to 256.
Pitts has got a reversal,
which is going to tie it up. You gave back points or not?
Near fall. It's tied 7-7 right now.
Okay. So less than a minute to go in that match, so it's still a ways to go to be decided. And now
he's got a Merkel.
Fry comes back. Yeah, they like calling that a Merkel now, don't they?
I suppose it's regional, wherever you're from.
There you go. Yeah.
But he didn't bring it with him.
No, not yet.
But it was good enough to get the reversal and pull him ahead 9-7.
He can't stay there the last 30 seconds. He's either going to have to be a stalemate or he's going to have to work it. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Stalling on Fry.
Well, I guess one way or the other, it's either stalemate or stalling. He stops the match and gets a restart. 15 seconds to go here now. It's up to Pitts to see if he can get something out of it here. He did get a restart, which he needed. And as we said before, it doesn't really matter who wins here. There will be a wrestleback if Ratsky chooses to go. Wow, Fry almost got himself in trouble there at the end, but he ends up winning 9-7 there. And he will be your 5th place finisher for right now, but he's going to have a shot to go up and get a wrestleback. So that completes 138 for now, and we'll see what else we have happen there. Switching back to 144 now in the championship side. We'll have number 1 seed Jackson Blaken taking on 35-6 from GET. He will take on Drew Hurd from Prairie du Chien, another senior with a 35-13 record. So we'll stay right here on the championship match for that. Down on our wrestleback match on number 1 for 3rd place, we have Mason Schulte from River Valley. He takes on Mason Romanelli from Boston for 3rd place. Then in our 5th place match, we have Alex Wazik taking on from Arcadia. He takes on Sampson, which would be Luke Sampson from Wisconsin Dells. So we're all set up and flying. Score on the 5th place match 2-0 in favor of Sampson from Wisconsin Dells. No score in either one of the other 2 matches. Computer-wise, we still doing good, you think, Carl?
And we're still live.
There you go. Big lift there. Good no call down there on mat number 3. Still no score in our championship match or our 3rd place match. And just as I say that, the young man from Boston scores. Works every time. Romanelli now out in front. 2-0 in that match. He got a little too aggressive there trying to go for a lateral headlock. And now he's in reverse play. From Schulte from River Valley flips it back on him, and now he has a 2 reversal, and he's the one scoring the near fall.
Yeah, Uno reverse card.
Yep. Now he almost got a little bit high, but now he's kind of in what they call the Saturday night ride there for a little bit, but now he switches back to the front headlock, and now they roll out of bounds. That sounded like a lot of action that I get caught up in that. You couldn't see any of that because our championship match we're showing here is the 2-0 score as they end the first period. Gonna have to hit the boss up for more cameras. I'm sure he'll have his fair share next week for the tournaments. Going to the sectional portion of it and several of those schools. So it'll be interesting to see. Been a long time since I've been to a sectional Mineral Point to see if they'll stay with 4 mats for some of the early rounds or if they'll just go 3 mats all day.
Well, they may have to go for it depending on how many girls are there.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, that helps a lot too. Yeah, remind me, we've got to get that action in there. 3-0 in our championship match now in favor of Blaken from Melmin. Oh wait, he's losing, isn't he? That's right, I got the wrong score there. It's actually Drew Hurd who's out in front. 3-0. Jackson's got to get it going here. Down the other end there, it's a 6-2 score now in favor of Sampson from Riverdale. 8-2 now. So he's looking to score some more back points. Another good move there by Schulte from River Valley. As he has Romanelli in a lot of trouble. And here could come the fall, and there it is. As Schulte punches his ticket to the Dells tournament next week, he will continue his season on with a pin there. So then pushes Schulte on the backside. And Schulte has already beaten Sampson, who is winning down there. So that would kind of keep that to where there's no wait. Schulte beat Sampson, so Sampson hasn't wrestled Romanelli. And so that could have a wrestleback implications down there. 3-0 in our championship match is Jackson Bleakin still trying to get a takedown here and get himself back into this match. And there's a case where if there was going to be a wrestle back here, Bleakin needs to get it going so that Schulte can wrestle back to second place. But right now it's 3-0, almost to the end of 2 periods. And that's how it's going to end. The second period, 3-0. Now a question of where does Jackson want to go in the third period? Good choice, I think. He needs to go down. He needs to get on the scoreboard here. He's down at the other end there. Luke Sampson is still doing a fine job down there. He's up now 14-5 down there. So he's in a commanding position down there to get himself into a wrestle back. He's already, well, he lost to Schulte. He hasn't wrestled Romanelli yet. So at this point, it looks like Romanelli will be coming to the backside here, or he will be. And he looks like he will have to wrestle back. Although we are just starting the third period down there. 3-1 now in our championship bout is Jackson Bleakin was able to get out of there, but now he's in danger of giving up another takedown to Hurd, as Hurd is in deep on a single leg. Now trying that spaghetti counter, but now Hurd trying to switch across to a double leg, but Bleakin still doing a good job with that whizzer. And there, as we're watching that,
Blazik,
he came back, didn't he? He was losing 14-5, and he came back and he pinned him. So that changes the whole scenario down there in a hurry.
Because Blazik,
but Romanelli
lost to Hurd,
and
then Romanelli lost to Hurd.
Yeah, Blazik hasn't wrestled Romanelli either, so that just changes who's going to wrestle Romanelli. And it's going to now be Adams Friendship. So there will be a wrestle back at 144 for fourth place. Still 3-1 down here, now down to the last 30 seconds. Yep, nice takedown there by Hurd. Boom out of bounds, 5-1, 24 seconds to go here now. Drew Hurd wins this match. There at least won't be a wrestle back for second to third. Or third to second is probably the more proper way to say that. Gives up the escape. Now we could get into some stalling calls here. 5-2 though. I don't think Hurd's too much afraid to give up one. Gives up the first, the warning. Now there's 12 seconds to go. Somewhat the wise thing to do when you haven't given up a warning yet for stalling.
Well, and Schulte hasn't wrestled Blaken yet. They're blocking, so. Oh, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Blaken beat Schulte, so no wrestle back for
so that ends that. And I think it almost ends a lot of hope for GET to come back here and get second, too. So that would put Schulte as third. So the first three in that weight class are done. So now we're going to move up to 150.
Oh, and we'd like to thank Portland Implement and the Prairie du Chien Blackhawks Wrestling Club, Premier Co-op, Richland Grant Telephone Co-op, the River Valley Blackhawks Wrestling Club, and the Royal Panther Wrestling Club.
At 150 here, we're going to start with our championship match that you're watching right now. That's Wyatt Knockreiner, the fine junior from River Valley with a 32-9 record. So he's taking on from GET, another GET wrestler. That is Landon Windsor, who's had a great day today. Junior with a 30-16 record as they meet in the championship bout. In your third place bout, we have that would be Jackson Perkins from Prairie du Chien as he takes on Brady Abitz from Watoma Wild Rose for third place. Then in your fifth place match, we have Ortiz. That would be Alberto Ortiz from Arcadia. He takes on from Sander King from Black River Falls. And there's an early takedown and an escape and a takedown by Knockreiner. See, I was doing the reading there, and there was a lot of scoring, wasn't there?
There was.
Knockreiner on top now. I think he's going to let him go. So now we're going to be 3-3 going takedowns again. 1 minute left here in the first period, and already a couple takedowns for each wrestler and a couple escapes for each wrestler. 2-1 down there in the fifth place match. And I believe that's in favor of the young man from Arcadia, Ortiz, as he might have scored another takedown.
And Windsor just got another takedown to pull ahead 5-3.
Well, that's Knockreiner got the takedown.
Knockreiner?
Yeah. There was a pin down there, wasn't there? Yep, that was the young man Ortiz got pinned down there from Arcadia. He gets the fall down there, and he'll take home right now fifth place, and we'll see if who he's cheering for in a few minutes here. Carlisle will look at it. But in our third place match, it's still 2-0, and that would be in favor of young man from Prairie du Chien, Perkins. Jackson Perkins is winning down there. 5-3 at the end of the first period. Wyatt Knockreiner out in front, and looks like we're going to go neutral in the second period. Looking back here to Ortiz past today. His first loss of the day was to Windsor from GET. And Windsor then kept winning.
Windsor had the takedown and near fall and then gave up the reversal.
Now might get an escape. Now it's a catch up in the score. And right now it's currently looking like 8-7. We're going to intervene here and go to some blood time for Knockreiner. Is during that scramble all over the place, Knockreiner took a good shot, I believe, but right between the eyes, or it is a lip, or maybe it's a nose. Somewhere in there he's bleeding. Look back at our third place match as we could flip down to that while they take care of this blood. And that right now is a 4-0 score in favor of Perkins from Prairie du Chien. And that's got like 40 seconds to go in the second period. Perkins is going to be called for locked hands here. So now it's going to be 4-1. Now we're back to action, so we'll come back to our championship match with Knockreiner and Windsor. Landon Windsor, like I said, a 30-16 record. Wyatt Knockreiner, the junior, 32-9. Going takedowns again. They finally shook that all out, Carl, and they decided 8-7 in favor of Windsor. Now it's Windsor backing out. We thought we were going to see another stalling call there, but we didn't. Officials have been fairly consistent on some of those today, where the gentleman kind of made it a little bit straightforward that he was going out. Now a shot and a reshot with a front headlock. Now good try for a shuck by there by Windsor, and it didn't work. So now they go back to stalking each other in the center. Still 4-1 down there on the mat number 1 in the third place match. 22 seconds left here. Knockreiner makes another reach for a single leg. Windsor kind of blocked that. Shout out to the towel boy here, shirt tail relation to my daughter, or he's actually fairly related to my daughter, Wyatt Banker, doing the little towel tapping here for the Richland Center Super Regional. His grandma and Grandpa Keller will be proud. Eight to 7 here, going to start the third period. Knockreiner chooses down. Somewhat of a clarification there, not totally sure what that was about, but 8-7. Knockreiner's down, trailing by 1. Windsor coming in right away with a cross body ride. Regroup down there and look at mat number 1. It's 5-2 down there. Still in favor of Perkins from Prairie du Chien. Stalemate there on their championship match. Not a whole lot of activity there. Knockreiner trying to tripod up, and Windsor just hanging over the top with a nice cross-body ride. Stand up there by Knockreiner, brought back to the mat. And that might have shook loose the blood. Yeah, it did for, I believe for sure it's a bloody nose. Yep, for Knockreiner as he goes back for some blood time. Carl switch it back with the last 39 seconds on the third place match. Still in favor of Perkins. Get some bonus action from him as he tries to get, first of all, secure his position to go to the Dells sectional next week. But then he can actually maybe have a chance to improve upon it. But he's going to have Knockreiner come back in this championship match to get that done, as he lost to him in sudden victory in the semifinals, 4-2. He looks like he's going to be doing his part of the activity, at least get there. And he's also going to be securing himself to be wrestling next week at Wisconsin Dells. So he wins down there 5-2, and now he'll become a slight cheerleader himself and hope that Mr. Knockreiner can make a comeback here and give him a shot at second place. That puts the gentleman from Wild Rose, Abbott's, back in the 4th-5th place match. And him and the young man from Arcadia have not wrestled today. So that's kind of a given. There'll be a wrestle back there. Watoma, Wild Rose, and Arcadia wrestling back at 150. So we will have a 4th, 5th place wrestle back there. It remains to be seen if we'll have a 2-3 wrestle back. Tied up now. We saw the escape there by Knockreiner. So it's 8-8, less than a minute to go. Right now, 45 seconds to go. Takedown here probably wins it for either wrestler. Nice fire, single shot, switch to a fireman's carry, and got the takedown for Knockreiner. Nice job. I know he wrestles for River Valley, but got to believe Mr. Makovic, maybe he grew up in that area around Darren Gunderson. That looked like a patented move by Mr. Darren Gunderson there. That nice Kelly takedown, or some people close to a fireman's. They're both kind of the same thing. Get under one arm and do that roly-poly stuff.
Yeah, we always call it the Kelly dump.
Yep, the Kelly dump. There you go. North Crawford kids were awful good at that too. 10-8, and that's how it's. Wyatt Knockreiner does a nice comeback here with that shot, and he's going to win 10-8, and that's going to give him the win there, and that's also going to give Mr. Perkins a chance for the wrestle back there, as we're going to have 2 wrestlebacks there at 150. Is Wyatt Knockreiner secured his spot, but Perkins and Windsor are going to decide 2 and 3, and then Arcadia and Watoma are going to decide 4 and 5. So moving on to 157 here in a second after we do a few sponsors, and then we'll get right to the action. You got some more sponsors you want to read?
I sure do. I can give a shout out to Sealands Carpetland, Sid's Concrete, Southwest Technical College, Stanek Dental, St. Joseph Equipment, Sweet Valley Artisan and Valley Fudge, the Bank of Ontario, The Place in Norwalk, and Top Dogs Wrestling Club, and Clary Trucking LLC.
Team scores were a little closer. This would really be a big match here. You have Gunnar Johnson from GT Melmin coming in as a junior with a 37-8 record. He's taking on in the finals here Bryce Lenzendorf, the junior, with a 35-13 record. That'd be 1 against 2. But right now it's looking like Purdy Sheen sitting in pretty good spot there with about a 40-point lead. In your 3rd place match, I know you'll keep an eye on this one for us. That'll be Primer. I've got to find his first name here. Lane, thank you. He takes on Earlson from Wisconsin Dells. And that would be, where's he at? Sam Earlson. He was the 2 seed. So that's in the 3rd place match. In our 5th place match, we have Ethan Bodendine as he takes on in his match from River Valley, that I believe is the Larson. So that'd be Ty Larson, the freshman there, as they wrestle for 3rd place. It's going to be 5th place down there on mat number 3. We're focusing on this championship match, but I know Carl's watching very intently.
I know, just looking at things, if Primer wins, obviously he's going to go either way. But if he loses, he'll have a wrestle back either way, because he hasn't faced Larson or Bodendine.
Okay. So the emphasis for him is to win and lock in that position, and then maybe see if he gets a shot at 2. Right now, look, I was going to say there's no score, but now I see down there, it looks like his Primer is red, yep. Those nice red shoes. He trails in his match, and that's the only one who does trail, because all the other 2 matches are scoreless at this point. Primer does get his choice, though, here in the second period, and he does choose neutral. Championship match is pretty close to the end of that, and that does end with no score.
Well, Primer got head thrown and gave up 2 near fall points. He rolled through, but he ran out of real estate. He's going to trail 6-0. We do have an escape from River Valley's Larson.
Yep, Ty Larson.
To take the lead 1-0 in his match for 5th.
Now, like you say, Bodendine, if he wants to keep his season going here. He's a nice sophomore, too, for Richland Center. 24-18 going into this bout. But he'd be another plus here for Richland Center. They already got Ethan Haiti coming out here as a champion. They do have Cole Brenninger coming up in a little bit, going for a championship, and Teague Perkins going for a 3rd place match that would lock him in to go into sectionals. And I believe even, I won't speak too early here. Not sure that Mason Jelenic is still going or not. Do have Anthony DePietro coming up. Oh yeah, Mason Jelenic still wrestling for 3rd place too. Neil Russell Brickle from River Valley coming up. Still 1-0 down there in that match. Primer gets himself on the scoreboard down here in the 3rd place match with a 6-1 score now, 42 some seconds to go. We still have no score here in our championship bout. We're down to about 1:10 to go in the second period here, with Lenzendorf down and Gunnar Johnson on top from GET. Oh, nice move there by that would have been Earlson from Wisconsin Dells, as he takes Primer down again. It's now 8-1 as they get down to the last 10 seconds of that period. Still going takedowns down here on mat number 3. Real close for Bodendine if he can spin here. Oh, they just ran out of real estate there.
Earlson gave up another escape right at the end of the second period, and it's 8-2, Primer trailing. And they're going to go neutral to start the 3rd period.
Yeah, the young chieftain likes neutral too, so they wrestle pretty much for just other than a few seconds down on the mat. They've wrestled a lot of this match on their feet. Now Larson tried to come over the top there on Bodendine. Now Bodendine sits out again, does a nice job hooking that ankle, coming up out the back door. Needs to just elevate himself. I don't know why he's trying to stay down so low. If he needed to elevate him now, a nice trip. Now drive that head up and drive through that. Real helpful if you can't see that, isn't it? That's fine. Leave it on their championship match. But Ethan Bodendine did score 2-1. We did finally get a score here at the end of the second period. Now 28 seconds to go. As that would be Lenzendorf got an escape. So it's 1-0 against Johnson here. Got 1:10 down in your match though, don't you, Carl? Yeah, you're like me. You're kind of drifting around watching all 3. Yeah, but it's a minute left down there in Primer's match. He still trails 8-2 for our vocal fans. Bodendine here now. He's got himself in a little bit of hairy situation. 45 seconds to go, and now he's in danger of giving up reversal points and near fall points. There goes the reversal. So now it's 4-3. Now he's got to kind of pop his hips back up and drive in again and come back into this and get back the 2 points he just gave away.
The championship match just getting the 3rd period underway. Lenzendorf leading 1-0 over Johnson of Melman GET. Primer gave up a takedown. It's 10-2 as he slowly works back up to his feet.
1-0 in the championship match. Last 11 seconds down there, and Bodendine is trailing by 1, 4-3. He's got to really fly down here to see if he can get out. Goes to his feet. Warning for stalling there, but that could. Yep, and he does hang on. Ty Larson hangs on and gives himself, as you said earlier, might give himself a shot at a wrestle back here.
Yeah, and he'll wrestle Primer.
This Primer lost, what, 8-2?
10-2.
10-2. So Primer will drop to the backside, and he will have to wrestle Larson from River Valley. It's 2-2 now in our championship match. Looks like we got some injury time going on here. "59 seconds to go." You guys in our live audience and our taped audience saw what was going on. Carl and I were trying to catch up our scorebooks here, but it is 2-2. There are 50 seconds to go, and they're going takedowns in this championship bout. Takedown here is going to be key as far as who maybe wins this match. Nice whizzer there. Nice counter. Now at 35, a shot by Johnson. Counter by Lenzendorf. Back to their feet. Always got to be careful coming up out of those situations. Yep. Oh, then a turn back around. Wow. Takedown reversal. Oh, wow. One of those situations you understand what the young man did, but he just needed to reach up and brush it off instead of grabbing it and tossing it off.
And that could be the match.
It could be, yes. 15 seconds to go. Now he's got to get an escape. Tries for a roll through, and that wasn't a good idea. That's going to turn out to be the difference. Too bad. They end up 5-4.
And Johnson, there will be a wrestle back for second.
That would be Johnson from GET going there.
So there'll be a wrestle back everywhere at 57.
Yep.
So Viroqua will be here at least through the wrestlebacks at 57. And then they're going to want to leave. And then it might be the Kirk Lear show.
It might be the Kirk Lear show. I saw that in an email earlier today, and I thought, well, that's interesting. I'll just maybe have to go down there and talk to Jill's cousin and tell her he's got to stay a little longer.
Well, we've got a little bit of everything here to try and cover. We've got River Valley, Viroqua, and GET.
Championship match here at 165. We have Jeremy Avery, the fine senior from Prairie Sheen, 39-5, as he takes on Wyatt Moses from Black River Falls, a senior with a 38-9 record. That should be a good matchup in our championship. In our third place, as you mentioned earlier, we have a alt, that would be Hunter Alt from River Valley, as he takes on Peterson, and that would be, find him here in a second, Braden Peterson, the fine freshman from GET. That's your third place match. Oh, and then DiPietro, yeah, you got to be watching that down there, aren't you?
I am. You got some near fall and a takedown.
Anthony DiPietro in the fifth place match as he takes on Jaden Zimbauer from Boston Nakusa. How you doing down there, Carl?
Well, it's 7-1 with just a minute in. It was fast and furious.
Yep. We'll stay on the championship match with the camera because that's a Prairie Sheen match going on there. But I will let Carl do some commentary down in there, at least keep you up to date as far as where the score at. Championship match right now, it's Avery out in front 2-0. as you're watching that.
Well, we got River Valley and GET. It's for third.
Yep, I see that. Watching that one too. That's 2-0 in favor of Alt from River Valley to keep you up to date on numbers there.
Well, and Alt, if DePietro wins, he's going to need Alt to win.
Okay.
Or Peterson to win, I'm sorry. DePietro lost to Peterson.
I see that, yep. So he needs Peterson to win. And that's not very beneficial to our River Valley fans. That's one of the hazards of having sponsors for multiple schools or multiple areas, but that's good. We like these controversies and opportunities.
Well, DePietro got another takedown to end the first period, and he leads going into the second 9-1 over Zimbauer of Mauston, Nasita.
See, those might be the
now
way.
He got another takedown right into near fall, and it looked good from here. And
there it is.
So DePietro will be your 5th place finisher right now.
So see if we can get that Russell back there. I can at least keep you around till 65.
Yeah. And right now, Peterson trails by a score of 2-0 to Alt.
They start the second period. We've got some more scoring in our championship match. And that's Moses from Black River Falls coming back with a nice turn of events there. In 3 near fall, the referee's holding. He's got a nice cradle locked in. But now Avery pops out of that.
And he's going to get a reversal.
He's going to get a reversal. I know we're in the second period. I believe in the score is 4-4, so that means Moses must have started out on top. He got the 3 near fall with the cradle, and then Avery got the reversal. Now Avery's going to choose neutral and let him up, so now it's going to, with 1:20 to go in the second period, it's going to be 5-4. It looks like Alt scored again down there, didn't he? He's not cooperating with you. Not cooperating with me either, because I want to keep you around a little longer. In the second period down there, and still in the second period here, as Avery now scores another takedown. So he comes back from giving up that escape to a 6-5 lead here in our championship. Alt still doing a nice job down there, riding with a 4-0 lead down to the last 25 seconds in that match for the second period. We're getting caught in that cradle. It looks like it's a little fire, and Avery, he's getting pretty intense on top now. But Moses is put together very well for a 150, 65-pounder. You know, it appears that he can stay right here with Avery. Getting slightly over halfway here through our weight classes. Getting real close to the end of the third period in both these last 2 matches. And we're going to have 2 Mauston wrestlers right in a row at 175 and 190. Ooh, this could not be good here for my friend from Viroqua. As Hunter Alt now has a real nice pinning combination in, and he's got a lot of time too. The only thing, he just doesn't have a lot of real estate. Oh, they're a nice move though. At least going to extend the match for a little more. Boy, I turn away from these championship. Oh, it was 6-5, and so Avery got the escape to make it 6-6 here now as we're in the third period. Avery comes in and gets a nice takedown, and he's going to get back points besides. Not going to hold him there. Interesting turn of events down there. Knockreiner in that roll through going out of bounds appears to maybe injured his arm somewhat. So they're tending to that. Excuse me, that's Alt down there, sorry. Appears to be ready to go again now. Sitting on a 9-0 lead. But now it is going to be Peterson coming out and getting an escape. So it's 9-1. Still a lot of time left here. Looking for now a big throw. And there he gets it. Wow, maybe this is going to turn around in your favor yet. As now it is Peterson all over Alt there on the edge of the mat. And now it's Alt trying to fight with everything he's got to roll out of bounds. Oh, they go out of bounds. So now it's going to be 9-6. Already the coach is signaling go neutral.
Let him up, let him up.
So that'll make it 6-10. So yeah, the big throw and a 3-point near fall would make it 11-10.
Well, that's what got him there was a big throw.
Yep.
He was trailing in the DePietro match.
Oh, there's a warning stalling. That even helps more yet because it means a point. So now it's 11-7. So now he only needs a throw with a 2-point near fall. Snap down. He really doesn't want that. He wants more.
Be careful.
And now he's got himself cooked to where he pulled Alt into his leg. And now he almost needs a stalemate to get back on his feet. Yep. 13-7 in our championship. Now Avery's kind of out in front and controlling there. Alt is struggling with that elbow. You can see he's favoring it, trying to keep it cocked so it doesn't get extended. Realistically, again, Peterson needs something more than just a takedown. Now he might be able to lock in a cradle if he reaches up for it.
Got 10 seconds to do it.
He reached up for it, but can he get it in gear?
2, 3. Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
He did get 2 swipes in there, and yes, he called it. That's going to win it for him. Wow, a real turn of events there.
Yeah, and DePietro will have a wrestle back for 4th.
You get to stay around longer, my friend.
You're stuck with me now for a little bit.
13-7, Avery ends up winning his match.